Well, it's the 1st of June, and after having a beautiful day yesterday, really warm yesterday, and having 2 or 3 days of rain prior, the weeds are now back and out in force. So yep, a lot of weeding to do, but this is the June update, 1st of June, just to sort of see how things are looking. I'm hoping the camera glare is not too bad to see. This front part of the border here, really pleased with it. Foxgloves that I planted in here, that I grew myself, have done really well. I've got 3 in here, 4 I think. Only 2 or 3 have come up at the moment, but I'm pleased I've got a purple and a pink one. The Achillea will be up shortly, that's a nice pink one. I've got the pink antirrhinums also in here. And then obviously I've just got some poppies self-seed themselves in here as well. The clematis at the back is a really nice one. It doesn't grow very big, which I didn't realise at the time when I planted it there. I did intend for it to cover that full fence, but it only grows half a metre. So I think when the time is right, I'll be changing that one with another pink one I've got, which will grow the height. And I'll relocate that into the border and grow up an obelisk in the middle of the border. But like I say, you always learn from these things. The Astrantia is coming up in the middle there, white Astrantia. And yeah, it's looking pretty good, it's really full. I've got salvia in there that I grew from cutting, that's going to fill that little gap. It's in there now. It's the same one as this one. So it will grow like big and put a big guard of purple into there, which would be quite nice. And then obviously I've got salvia hot lips on the end, which has been there for a while now, which are fantastic plants because they're so easy just to keep cutting and taking cuttings from and keep growing more. So I'm really pleased with this section here. I'm really pleased with how this has turned out as well on this fence, like along the fence onto the wall. It's just tidied the area up a lot by having the wisteria here, and then the little dwarf plum tree. I've got magnolia stood in the pot behind these 2 metal containers, and yeah, actually I did have a couple of messages from people saying to me, private indirect messages saying, where did I get all the galvanised troughs from? I have them all over the garden. Facebook Marketplace. I got lucky and found some of them I've just found from people, and then there's some of the bigger troughs I've got from local farmers, and they don't cost that much. And I used to have wooden troughs that I built myself, but the problem with them is slugs and snails hide in them, and you've got to keep on top of the painting. So I swapped them all over a period of a year. So yeah, Facebook Marketplace is best for that. So yeah, again, over here, just a few pot displays as well, the antirrhinums, bit of lavender in there. I've got some roses in there, I've got a dahlia coming up now. Magnolias are doing, the marigolds, sorry, are doing amazing. I bought them, but they are doing amazingly well. I've got them dotted all over the garden. So yeah, I'm pleased with the hanging baskets as well with fuchsias in. There's nothing really I'm not pleased about. I've got the foxgloves all here. I've got the cherry tree behind the door, which is tied back at the moment, which is absolutely laden in cherries. I think the long term I might relocate that tree into the border at the back and put my magnolia there. Because what the problem I've got is when I open the door, I want to tie it back. If it's a bit windy, it'll be banging onto the tree, and obviously you'll lose your cherries. So I think I will relocate that to the border, which shouldn't be hard because it's in that raised bed. So yeah, that's that section. The troughs as well, amazing. I mean, I love these salvias. I am going to make some more from this one. I need to find my other one because I bought 2 of these from the Birmingham Flower Show, and I bought 2 pink versions of them. And so far, this is the only one I can see that I haven't grown from a cutting. I have done 2 more purple from cuttings, 3 more purple from cuttings, which are 2 in the front and 1 you've just seen. but the pink ones, I'm not sure where they are. But I'm really pleased with this. I mean, antirrhinum's coming up. I've got sunflower that's coming up there, poppies. I've got lupin at the back, massive geranium that hangs over. That's a purple one as well. It's really nice, which will go well with the salvia. I don't know if there's a flower in it yet to see. Is that just a flower? Oh yeah, it's starting to come into flower now. Yeah, and then obviously that ties in with the love in the mist. So again, really pleased with all this section. Really full as well. These are all my cosmos and cornflowers to go in to be potted out, which I've grown from seed. So that's pleased with all of that. Pleased with this trough as well, and these troughs. The vegetable troughs do amazingly well. I used an old piece of metal arbor I had to push it in and hold it up, because when we got some heavy winds, they were it was getting blown forward despite having the sticks. So yeah, I'm pleased I kept all of that. It's worked really well. But yeah, it's full of peas, and it's really compact as well. It's still going strong. I mean, even in the middle of all of it, there's onions growing. So that's really worked well as that, and I'll do that again next year. I mean, the idea behind that was how much can I cram into one small trough. So yeah, pleased with that. Same in here again, Sweet Williams. And that antirrhinum's ginormous. It's amazing. All different colours. And I think obviously it's not one plant, it's multiple plants all been put together. When I grew the antirrhinums from seed, I put them in pots, but I had 2 or 3 plants per pot. And I waited till the pot got big enough, and then I put them out. So that's probably why they're grown like that. But in a way I'm pleased, because they look really good. The poppies have just opened on this one. It's a nice one. Usually I don't get to see these open. I kind of missed them. I come out and they've gone. So now I know what colour they are. Again with this trough as well, pleased with this trough. I probably could add a little bit more in on this left hand side and tidy it up where the irises are, because the irises, once they've finished, there's not much going on there. And they're not your typical iris, they're a different type of iris. But I've got the lupin there, dahlia there. There's 2 lupins in there actually. There should be some echinaceas in there, which I cannot see, which I'm surprised about. There's more Sweet William in there. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll just watch for the time being, but there's a gap on that side to do something with fill. And I have got a load of, I have got some more plants I can put into there, so that might be an option there. We did a little bit of a reorganisation of this fence to tidy it up. Put a little maybe there for my daughter, because she enjoys using this sandpit area, so put that there for her. This James absolutely ginormous. It's done amazingly well. I was going to Chelsea chop it, but I quite liked how it was coming down. It was full of bees. It's just been really, really good. So I'm leaving it for the time being. I keep pushing it back and tying it back a bit, but I'm just leaving it. I like how it's naturally grown, and then behind it I've got an orange achillea coming up, and then obviously the purple geranium down there. So yeah, I'm really pleased with just the natural look of this area. This is probably my favourite little corner, this bit at the moment. Got dahlia coming in the pots. These are all dahlias in these pots. That's a fairly new rose that's in that corner. Some more hot lips in there again. More geraniums at the bottom. Still got actually a few forget-me-nots hanging on, which is a bit mental at this time of year. But the peony there is doing amazing. So many heads on that peony. And the 2 clematis behind as well. Look amazing. So as well, do all the baskets and stuff. So again, really happy with this corner, really full. And I've not added anything to it. I've even had a weed grow up in here. What I call a weed, it's a wildflower. It's quite a big one as well, I'm not sure what that's called. But the bees have been using it, so I'm leaving it. And this year I relocated the trees back onto the patio, because I wanted to add a bit extra height instead of them stood at the back. And along with the hostas, just on the floor in pots. And I do that to keep the hostas small. If I pot them on, they'll get a lot bigger. But I want to keep them small. So, you know, every so often lift them out, shake the soil off, pot them back up, put them back in, and that's all you should need to do. Could always split them, I suppose, and make more plants, but I don't want more. So I'm pleased with that. Yeah, see, they like the marigolds. They just look really good, don't they? I mean, and there is an echinacea coming up, which is good. That's one coming up there. But there should be a lot more echinaceas. And I did take them all out the borders because they never did well in the borders for me. The Rebecchias do well in the borders, and so do the Heleniums, but not the echinaceas. So I put them all into these troughs here. And unless they're just hidden at the moment amongst all of the foliage, I can't really find them or see them. It's a bit weird. So yeah. But again, this left-hand side, really full as well. Really pleased. There's all sorts in here. I'm not going to go through everything that's in here, but there's all sorts in here. It's done really well. Really, really pleased with it. As I say, I need to get back on with the weeding now because a few days of rain, a bit of sun, and it's full of weeds again. Grass needs cutting again as well. Roses did amazing this year there. Really happy. I mean, this border's done pretty well. I've got a lot of stuff underneath this area which has grown pretty big and strong, but there's loads of gaps. There's a gap in there, loads of gaps here. And what I've realised is the more, over time, over years, is the more gaps you have, the more weeds you get. And that's something I'm working on now, is to fill all these gaps so it's very full to prevent the weeds from coming through. So I'm going to work on lifting and splitting a lot of plants that I've got to do this for next year. Save a bit of money on it as well. But yeah, there's a lot of gaps there, a lot of spaces to be filled. I'm looking forward to seeing how these roses do, these climbing roses. They haven't been in that long. They were planted last year, and they're all David Austin roses. But that's just starting to get its pink rose buds opening now. And I've obviously got a yellow one in that corner there, which is a couple of years old, but it's only got put there last year. And there's one on that back fence as well. So yeah. But again, pleased with this area. Just a lot more spaces to fill that I need to fill. Back's looking really good. All the roses are looking really good. I'm really pleased with it. All different colours. I think orange and apricot is the main colour at the moment. There's a little bit of pink on that one, but that needs a lot more pruning for next year. So I can get a bit better growth on it, which I will do. But I'm hoping this rose here, that rose there are all different colours, not orange or apricot, because everything is orange and apricot, which is nice. But these two roses are very similar. One's an edible rose, one's not. One's a bit of a lighter colour than the other, so they are different, but from a distance they look very similar. So I'll just watch what's happening there, and then obviously the clematis there, a little bit. I've got a white and a purple one going together there. The sambuca behind it as well helps. So no, I'm really pleased. The water feature has been good this year there. Strawberries doing well. I'll have that one. For the pigeons do. Cabbages are now in there where the lettuces were. I've grown my carrots up here actually because the carrots on top of here do well. Celery beside it, shallots. Shouldn't be too far off picking the shallots now. Pumpkins that I did recently. Be interested to see how they get on. I'm growing them in there, and then I'm going to tie them onto this piece of wood. And the fruit corner, obviously still a long way to come out here. The raspberries are growing really well. Rhubarb's growing well. Blackberries growing well. And everything's growing. I just no sign of fruit yet or ripening. But as I said, this is the 1st of June update, so it's good to know where I'm at. So yeah, really pleased. Looking really good. one of the happiest I've ever been, I'd say, in terms of the garden I was looking.